Some pretty big news coming out of Marvel and the Jonathan Majors case. The driver who was with both Jonathan Majors and his then-girlfriend Grace Jabbari testified on the stand today to give his perspective on what happened the evening Mr. Majors was accused of domestic assault. Majors is best known right now for his portrayal of the Marvel supervillain Kang the Conqueror. He's been wrapped up in this case since March of this year, and this testimony has been long awaited because the driver was the only major witness who was there during the altercation. All of this info is coming out of The Independent, by the way. Through an Urdu interpreter, the driver testified against Miss Jabbari, saying he kept his eyes straight ahead on the road during the whole altercation, but he, quote, had a feeling the girl had hit the boy because of the way that she was fighting and the sounds produced. Miss Jabbari tried to snatch Mr. Majors' phone from him, and that's when the driver claims, quote, the girl became very angry. The boy wanted to get rid of the girl, and so he opened the door. He was trying to get rid of her. He was saying, leave me alone, I have to go. The driver added, he was not doing anything, she was doing it. There was video surveillance playing alongside his testimony that showed the couple tussling outside the private SUV, and that's when the driver went on to say that Mr. Majors tried to push Jabbari back into the vehicle after she followed him out so that he could get away from her. The driver said that he did not recall how many times the actor tried pushing her. This is a really revealing testimony. If the driver is to be believed, then it sounds like Jonathan Majors was actively trying to remove himself from the situation instead of being the aggressor that his opposition is trying to paint him as. This is a big win for the Majors side. This testimony, along with the complete lack of any physical evidence of injury on Miss Jabbari, should be enlightening to the jury. The future of Marvel projects has been in limbo with this entire case, and of course, Majors is getting the full brunt of it. Besides Marvel projects, Disney has also pulled Majors' new movie, Magazine Dreams, from its release schedule. Of course, this doesn't 100% prove the case conclusively in favor of Jonathan Majors, but it should be one of the most helpful to his case, since again, this driver was the only key witness to the events, besides Majors and Jabbari themselves. One of Jonathan Majors' lawyers, Seth Zuckerman, claimed that the driver had privately called Miss Jabbari a, quote, psycho girl in private in response to her behavior that evening, but of course the driver didn't use that terminology during his testimony. If Jonathan Majors is found innocent after this whole thing, man, I'm gonna feel so bad for the guy. He's had a run of it. Imagine being in his position. You're lined up to be the next superstar of arguably the biggest cinematic franchise on the planet right now, all to watch it crash and burn because of an ex-girlfriend. I think a lot of us dudes can relate.